Hey there, filthy animals. Mr. Dirty back with another episode of the GTM show, and today we've got another one of those Tina's Quesoritos on the show. Last time I did the steak and the chicken, I think in a twofer, and this one was not at the store. So now this one's popped up. It's starting to make me wonder, like, how broad is the range of these Quesoritos from Tina's? Maybe there might even be like breakfast ones. I have no idea now. This time around, we've scooped up a beef, cheese, and bacon burrito. So there you go. Check that out. That's the package you're looking for if you're looking for this in stores. And once again, yeah, kind of like a blurry photograph going on there. Shite photography going on at Tina's marketing. But yeah, there you go. And once again, they say it's just beef, cheese, and bacon on there. But we can see in the picture there's like green junk in there. And then they're showing like some kind of sprig of something over here. What is that? That's cilantro. I hope not. Alright, we all know what frozen burritos look like. This looks no different than any of the other ones that you've ever seen. And once again, just to refresh our heating instructions going on here, we've got remove quesorito from the wrapper, place on a microwave safe plate, heat uncovered on full power, and flip the quesorito to heat thoroughly. And you're supposed to, if you're doing it from frozen, you cook it for 1 minute and 10 seconds per side. So we're looking at 2 minutes, 20 seconds. And I'm going to go throw this in there for the first minute and 10 seconds, but I do believe, if I remember correctly, in the past they were still cold on the inside, and I had to like flip them like twice. Like 2 times one side, 2 times the other side. So essentially, what they say is 2 minutes 20 seconds is going to end up being more like 4 minutes 40 seconds, something like that. So I'm going to go do that and come back and we'll see what we got for our beef, cheese, and bacon quesorito. Stick around. Alright guys, we're back. We've got our Tina's Quesorito, the beef, cheese, and bacon variety, out of the microwave. And yeah, it just looks like a regular burrito now. Doesn't even look like, you can't even like tell this from a frozen burrito from a regular burrito. It just looks like a burrito. But secretly I know, because I flipped it a few times, I know there's a hole in the bottom of it and that the cheese is already starting to spill out. So let's cut this open and get a closer look at the cross section. And try not to fuck with that little splotch of cheese too bad. Okay, how this went down was, I put it in there for the minute and 10 seconds, and then when it went off, I flipped it, did the other side, and at that point in time it was supposed to be done by their instructions, but we knew from before that that's not long enough, and sure as shit, just the fact that I was able to reach in and grab it with my hand and flip it over, we knew, you know, it wasn't ready if you could handle it that quick after the buzzer went off. So, do it in there for an additional minute. I didn't plan on letting it run that whole minute, but it kind of came close. So, here's what you get. Bam! There you go. There is your Tina's Quesorito, beef, cheese, and bacon burrito, they're calling it, right there. You can see the amount of stuffing we got going on there, and it should be thoroughly cooked. I mean, we went practically a full minute over their cooking instructions, flipping it to make sure that it was an even cook. So, yeah. Alright, to the touch, I would say it's warm. It's not hot, but it was enough to get the cheese on the outside to melt and enough to get the burrito to breach. And right there, we cut through it, but right here is where our breach was, you can tell. So, giving you a closer look at the meat going on there, it looks like tiny little meatballs. Doesn't look like, you know, finely ground beef going on at all. You can see your rice going on there. And your cheese looks like most of it's all on one side, not so much the other side. So yeah, because we cut it in the middle and we see the kind of meat that we got going on here, it looks a little sketchy, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm gonna take a bite like right out of the middle section here, where I know that I can feel just by touch that it's mostly cooked here, more than it is here in the center. Alright, here we go. Wow, so cheesy. The rice is pretty good, and mostly what I got there, because it's kind of like not evenly filled here, we got like rice on one side, meat on the other. The cheese quesadilla wasn't like a full wrap around on this one, it was all lumped on one side. I didn't really get a good flavor for the meat, so I'm just going to go ahead and rip this apart. Actually no, I'll just take a bite of the other side. Here we go. Okay, I got some that time. It's just ground meat. Don't go into this thinking taco seasoning, anything like that. There are large crumbles of ground meat. And yeah, it's like maybe salted, peppered, and that's about it, very lightly. But yeah, it doesn't taste like taco meat. It looks like it might have had like a sausage flavor to it, but it doesn't have a sausage flavor to it. Doesn't taste like chorizo. It just tastes like salted, peppered ground meat. There's a lot of that meat on there. There's a ton of the rice in there. The rice is probably the best part of the whole thing. There's a lot of cheese on there, but I wouldn't say that like that's just gonna like make the whole thing. The price tag on this is around $2 a piece, so you know, compare that to a real quesarito. Oh, I almost forgot the bacon, because I think they did too. I can't really taste it. It's very far and few, and there's so much of that sketchy beef and the rice and the cheese on there, it just kind of gets lost in the whole thing. Whatever the green stuff that's in the photograph there, it's nowhere in this. I mean, seriously, I wrecked this thing taking bites out of the sides of it. No green stuff. So besides the rice and the cheese, which is like real shit show for the beef, cheese, and bacon quesarito from Tina's this time around. If you're thinking of getting these things, I would definitely stick with the chicken or the beef. This one, it's going in the garbage. I'm not finishing this thing. I'm giving this 2 out of 5. Alright, so there you have it. Tina's quesaritos. Once again, I hope we're done with these for good. This was the beef, cheese, and bacon one. Give it a shot if you really have to. I'm Mr. Dirty. This is the GTM Show. Don't forget, you can buy Knucklehead shirts and hoodies down in the description. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheRealMrDirty. And as always, get out of here. Go have a rotten day.